All right, hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Coming to you live from Ugly Old Goats Studio. But once again, I am testing out new ways to check my audio. Please let me know if our audio is working just right. So far, I've only been talking. These guys are mic'd up as well. As you can see, we are spending good time with our late great friend Tyler Jenks.
He would have loved this.
He would have.
Yeah.
Man, so many events he would have loved. The financial summit, this place.
He was for the Working Man's Bitcoin Group. He was our keynote speaker. Socrates did a great job. But when I think about it, he would have just been so excited about this whole thing. So. But he's with us in spirit, and he's a Bitcoin standard bearer. So we need to start new traditions, guys, and this is one.
Absolutely.
All right, Giacomo, say a couple of things.
Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me.
All right, yep, to hear you good. Yep, the audio levels should be good. All right, hey guys, we're gonna chat with these guys about the conference in a minute, but I haven't done any look at the price. I haven't really been paying attention at the price. This morning, my Twitter is blowing up over what's going on in the Middle East and Afghanistan with the Taliban. It's just out of control, and it goes back to the election. And things were actually stable the prior 4 years. And look what's going on now. The world is actually collapsing. It's not like fear that it's going to collapse. It's actually collapsing now.
It's happening, as the gift says.
You are watching the downfall, and guess what they're all going to blame? They're all going to blame Trump.
Yeah.
The only president in U.S. history never started a single war. That's the guy they're going to blame. That's the guy who's going to get the blame of it.
It's telling somebody, notice like Max Kaiser just noticed on Twitter that it was the retreat of the Soviet troop from Afghanistan, the beginning of the fall of the Soviet Empire. And it's kind of ironic that happens, tragically ironic, that's happening exactly on the anniversary of the day that the United States of America started the reckless fiat money experiment.
Let's talk about that. Today is the anniversary, and we got Knut here as well. You're going to join us here in a bit. So I still have his websites up and everything, but yeah, so 1971, Bretton Woods anniversary.
Yeah. Well, one of the good websites you can put on is WDF happened in an...
Oh, that's an actual website?
Yeah, it's a website. What the fuck happened on WTF? Yeah, happened in...
There it is.
That is. And that's a collection of all the charts that represents the incredible transfer of wealth from the market to the state, especially.
Oh, so they just collect all this stuff, highlighting what happened in 1971. Oh, that's neat.
It's neat.
I like this website. I need to put this in the video description.
Yeah.
I have to remember.
Heavily armed clown is behind it.
Ben Prentice.
You want to have a seat behind us in case you want to add any thoughts. Just clip this on, or just hold on to it, like, and you can speak into another mic.
So he was saying heavily armed clown.
I'll sit behind. I'm the ugly goat. You're the superstar.
You can also get a fourth chair.
We have 4 chairs.
Yeah. No, but we can.
Guys, so sell your chairs, guys. Sell your chairs.
Zoom in a little bit. Oh, we're actually in a little corner anyway, so it doesn't matter. I zoomed in the stream a little bit more. And yeah, if you're sitting right there between Knut and I, slide up. No. Oh, you're gonna sit there. Okay, that works too. You're all mic'd up. Perfect.
It's a neat website because you can send it to your friend. And even before you explain the tragedy of fiat money, you can just send it to him and just ask to honestly look at these numbers and try to imagine what the fuck happened on August 15, 1971. And then he will maybe be curious about the answer. And the answer is the reckless experiment, unprecedented experiment of creating a purely political form of money in 1971.
Yeah, this is a really neat website. He's got so many charts.
Yep.
Wow.
You can argue with one.
It starts all in 71, it's what's happened since.
Yeah. It's even before. It's like you can see everything being volatile, of course, but kind of chaotic and metastable. And then since something happens in 1971, everything starts to become a clear pattern of like a reduction of wages.
We all knew that was coming. That was the difference too. I mean, we knew that they're going to have to get off the fixed rate. They can't meet the obligation. And of course, that's why my mentor ECR, when he got people in the gold legally through trust in Switzerland. And of course, our government did not like him, and they did everything they could to destroy the man. But he was a man of integrity, and he actually fought the SEC and won. And we have to fight those battles. This is not going to be easy, guys. And this next 10 years is going to be rough.
Well, I'm looking at a chart right here, and this is probably the chart that the socialists and the ECG guys absolutely love. The peak in the use of energy also took place in 1971.
Yeah.
So since 1971, humans have become less productive because they're using less energy.
Yeah, usage of energy is actually it's an index.
Crazy.
It's a metric of civilization.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
a
true.
linear relationship to human progress.
It's just flattened. So not much innovation since 1970. We've had the internet since 1971 and Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And guess what's gonna drive up energy usage now?
Yeah. This is
indeed Bitcoin.
This is
open up all the other usage because it can be used
Right.
right there when you generate it.
this is the weakness in the argument. Sorry, just this in the arguments that sometimes also I use when you say, you know, energy consumption of Bitcoin is not that bad because it's high, but it's lower than gold extraction and lower than central banking. That is true, but it's not really the point. The point is that energy consumption is actually what you do, what your body does for living, and what the civilization does for evolving and striving. It's a good thing. It's a good metric.
Right. So to all of you environmental crazies out there, this was a good thing. This allowed humans to actually be super productive. And then it all came to an end. Anyway, all right, let's talk about the price of Bitcoin. The thing that's going to help the entire world get out of this shithole is going to be Bitcoin. Great website. I need to add that to I just need to add that to every one of my videos. Good reference. Yeah. All right, let's go talk about Bitcoin. I'll look at the price of Bitcoin in quite a while. Lots of good things happening here. Weekly chart is our fourth consecutive up week. Today's going to close. Today's Sunday. So this candle is going to close very, very well. I'm actually surprised I'm streaming. I mean, I have almost no bars on my internet, but hey, it works. That's awesome. The MRI is positive and bullish. We have broken the lucid SAR. We have broken the prior swing high. We are sitting near resistance of the prior consolidated swing low, and that's okay. We are above all three of the moving averages, two of which are rising. One more will be 1 week away from the moving averages crossing and acting properly in sequence, and there'll only be one thing left to do, and that is to turn the 20-period moving average from being a downtrend into an uptrend, and then we are fully bullish. The MACD should cross over next week. That's another bullish element. The RSI remains looking bullish, plenty of upside. I am a little concerned about the CMF, but that's okay. Those are just some of the metrics. There's always a lot more. The daily chart. The daily chart has been looking interesting. We are back to another pullback. We're having these small pullbacks. The huge update 2 days ago, I believe, was very, very bullish. We had a bit of a pullback yesterday and today. Today is looking like a perfect bounce right off the 200-day moving average, which is also a very, very bullish sign. This is looking great. The smaller moving averages will be crossing over in due time. I think that this bounce off the 200-day moving average this morning is sustainable, and I am anticipating a move to the $50,000 area relatively soon to then maybe have one more little pullback, and my target of breaking $100,000 this year is still fully what happened there? Hold on. Is still fully a go. I don't see much of an issue with that. Sorry, I gotta something on my other monitor real quick. Okay. And oh, the people are saying they can't hear you, Ugly. So if you can take that mic off and just hold it in front of you when you speak, that'd be great.
Okay.
All right. So you guys should be able to hear him now. Let me know if you guys can't hear one of us. We're all pretty mic'd up. Okay. Real quick, that's the daily chart. Quick peek at the lower level charts. We topped right on the 4-hour MRI high. I had no idea that happened. This pullback should be over, bounced right off the moving average. We did it before, and we're doing it again. I am bullish here, anticipating 50,000 in the very near future. Obviously, GBTC is closed, so we will just hang out there and wait on that. Bitcoin dominance continue to go, which is somewhat insane. I want to get Ugly's view on that. Wish Tyler Jenks was around to give us his view on that. Gold is starting to rally back up. Gold's been acting weird for the last month or so. I'm still gonna hang in there. I'm generally bullish on gold this year. Still think it can break its all-time high this year. Something is gonna happen. Something later. It feels like everything that's been happening so far, the people standing up. I'm gonna go off screen share for that conversation. Give me a second. Just want to look at oil. Oil's in the middle of nowhere, not interesting. S&P 500, I'm generally bullish. Next week, if the price starts to rise, I am very bullish on the S&P 500. We had a great time here at the Bitcoin Standard Conference. Ugly, thanks for setting this up. Next year, we will I will help you out, organize this, and it's going to be a hell of a time. We should be able to get 100 to 200 people here next year. Easy. It's going to be great. We already know how to get that done. The financial summit. So I've been so busy, couldn't stream, couldn't do anything. This is going to go on sale next week. There will only be 40 to 50 tickets available. That is it. That is all I can fit. This minimizes my risk of trying to organize something at this time of year in Dubai. And it's tough. It's tough getting people during COVID. It's not even that country has restrictions. It's just that people coming home have restrictions. Some people will not be allowed to go home. Like Australians can't leave their prison.
Yeah, we had Australia coming to our conference, and he was the one guy that said, yeah, we just gave him a refund to
He has a mic.
And other people, other people, it's kind of a personal choice, but in Australia, they're literally locked in their country.
Oh yeah, you can't leave, can't come back. The financial summit is definitely happening in Dubai. Check that out. Actually, it's outside of Dubai, but you are using the Dubai airport to fly in. I don't think anyone else here will be there, but that's in the room right now. But several people in this room
for sure
are going to be in Malta. Giacomo is going to be there. Ugly's going to be there. Try to get Knut there. We'll definitely have people there. I'll be speaking at a bunch of other conferences. Speaking of Knut, here you are. These are all your books and plenty more to go.
Yeah, most of those are translations, so there's 2 main books.
Oh, okay, just 2. Okay, I was about to say I had a lot of reading to do.
But you have to buy in all languages. You have to buy Knut in all languages.
You gave me this one autographed back in Latvia, in Riga, Latvia, during the event. Yeah, so check out Knut's work, and there is a YouTube channel by Ione where you guys transferred some of these into really, really cool videos. All right, I've promoted.
I think there may be also audible version with Guys One, right? I guess there's.
He narrates the videos and he made audiobooks out of.
Oh, beautiful. Well. Yeah, Guy Swan had to go. He was here earlier. I see Mir, right? Motorist, Jimmy G over there. We got Zezo over there. Guys, feel free to stop by, say hi into the camera. I'm gonna cut off screen share and let's just chat a little bit. tribute to Tyler James. Knut, you want to say something?
Yeah,
You can see in the camera.
I had a question about the Bitcoin dominance chart.
Yes.
That only compares Bitcoin to the
Oh,
shitcoins.
run right into the mic. For some reason,
that just compares Bitcoin to the shitcoins, to the cryptocurrencies, right?
yes.
Is there any way of including all the cryptocurrencies or fiat currencies also, so you can see Bitcoin dominance?
I think there is, because there is a website comparing Bitcoin with fiat assets and not just with cryptocurrencies,
Yeah.
which is, I think, fiatmarketcap.com maybe.
Yeah, something, so you can see all the shitcoins, right?
Yeah, including the state issued shitcoins.
Yeah, okay.
So not just the cryptocurrencies, but also the kleptocurrencies.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we want to look at, right? Because that's the fight we're fighting.
Yeah, true. That's a real dominance battle.
Like I said at the conference, the opposite of currency competition is not competition with on the Bitcoin standard. It's competing standards. And that's what we're missing. Everybody wants to be the standard. Well, we need to get off that track. We have the standards. It's really hard because everybody feels like they missed out on it. You haven't missed out on the thing. You're gonna get yourself in big trouble.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Like 2 of our mics for some reason are not coming through, which is really annoying. So that
Which ones?
means you guys have to share this.
All right.
Okay.
That's really weird.
Do it, that one there.
That's really weird. And
Hello?
hold on.
Hello?
And mine is
Hello?
definitely working. So this is like strange because these are like from different sets. That's so strange. Okay, so you guys share that one, and Giacomo and I will share this
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the hardest thing, starting out is to get people to understand, why
Mike.
Bitcoin is a standard and a standalone standard. And we're constantly, we really hate even wasting our time on it. And yet it's a constant battle that we're always fighting. But I guess, all of us just have to learn at our own speed. And some of us have to learn the hard way. We try and make it easy for you, but, if you don't have eyes to see or ears to hear, we can't do anything for you.
Yeah, actually, much of this beautiful conference discussing the Bitcoin standard as a concept. And so when the recordings from the panels will be online on YouTube, you guys check them out, because we discussed a lot about the fact that competition is not equal to fragmentation of standards. When you leave people free to compete about technical standards for telecommunication, they will usually converge over TCP/IP. And it's only if you prevent competition that you actually can fragmentate the market, like with languages and mathematics and every other kind of infrastructure level standard. So this is a very important point.
Yeah, and this is actually redistributing wealth. It's funneling wealth from the large Bitcoin holders into the small Bitcoin holders, and so it's actually doing what the central banks claim that they're doing, but by doing the exact opposite. And it's very fascinating.
Well, of course, another caveat about Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is based on this metric, which is market cap, which is take the number of coins and multiply it for the price. Of course, if you issue 1 billion of shitcoins and then you sell on the market one of these shitcoins for $1, you get to $1 million market cap, which is literally what many of these scams are doing. So probably the best metric you will want will be a metric which is weighted by volumes, but then people can just start faking volumes. So don't trust metrics too much. That would be my point.
Yeah, let me try something. Let's see if this works as well. We'll just talk normally. You have a mic here, we have a mic here.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so that's one of the issues with the whole Bitcoin dominance chart, is that it needs to be somehow properly weighted. And like it should only use maybe top 20 currencies, but not 20 currencies by market cap, top 20 currencies weighted by volume and market cap, and something like, say, has to be traded on at least 5 shitcoin exchanges. So if you have a brand new shitcoin that only trades on one Chinese exchange, it cannot possibly count.
Yeah.
So you could make a really, proper metric, just so you know how Bitcoin is performing, because I like that metric. It tells me how many idiots there are in the world.
Yeah, the problem is good hard slow. So any metric that becomes public can be gamed. So if you do that kind of metric, then shitcoiners will just learn how to optimize for that metric. They will try to basically bribe just the right number of exchanges in order to fake just the right amount of fake volume in order to have this kind of metric optimized. So you should take these metrics as a suggestions, hints, as a general overview, not trusting them too much.
All right, so what do you guys think of this? So I started saying how like everything this year feels like there's going to be some kind of implosion coming. Maybe not this year, but next year, where we're already seeing a lot of civil unrest over these COVID passports. We're talking in the car the whole time. I believe that the United States will split, and it will probably split into 5 zones, into 5 regions. And the region I want to be in is Oklahoma, Texas on the west side, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina is the east side, and every state in between. So we're talking Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, and there may or may not be one more there. West Virginia will probably want to get in on this. I think that would be the region, because then you're going to have the communist Northeast, led by New York. And unfortunately, Vermont's going to get sucked into that mess. And then you're going to have the communist West Coast, which is your California, Washington, and Oregon. Always forget about that state. And finally, it's going to be there'll be the Midwest as well. The Midwest is going to get, Midwest will probably be okay, because I think that's coming. I can't, especially if the socialists win again. If the socialists win, and we're also talking in the car, like, what do you do? Who was it? Flip Flop, you were saying about how, you know, the Jews in Germany in the 30s, some of them thought that this would all blow over, and others are like, you know what, I'm gonna get the F out of here before it gets worse. And the same thing in the US, like, do you get the hell out, or do you try to stay and fight? Because we didn't even fight. We tried to stay and peacefully protest on January 6th, because there was 2 million people there, and it was a hell of a lot. I felt so much safer there than barricaded in my car in the middle of the BLM protest. I happened to get caught in Manhattan in one of those messes.
Because you're a terrorist, Tom.
Well, of course, because I look like this. And to me, January 6th was pretty damn peaceful, because I was there from 8 in the morning all the way till sundown. And that wasn't even a fight for this country. That was a protest for this country. And that's being made out to be the worst terrorist act of all time. So staying and fighting may not actually be the solution.
So if I get,
What do you do?
I'll support you if you fight, but I can't, don't ask me to join the battle. I'll help you with the escape.
if I get this plan right, the plan is to convert all the rednecks into orange necks instead.
Well, you know what, Canute, I think that's a great idea. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
All right. Let's do that.
So I think something crazy is coming. So start making your plans accordingly. Start making plans. I know I am. I've been talking about that this whole week here.
Guys, the kiosks are already there. You're not going to be able to exit freely and come to Mexico. It's just a matter of, I don't know if it's days, weeks, or months, but the kiosks are built. You need to make your plans.
Yeah, you got to make plans, because Mexico may not be letting Americans in at one point. You know,
well, it's not that Americans not going to let you come down here.
Oh yeah, that's the other part.
They're going to have
like a lot of this stuff is happening so that you cannot leave your slave master, which is the name of the government on your passport. They basically own you, and if they don't want you leaving their border, you will not be able to leave that border. And Australians are learning the hard way, and so are the Canadians.
We have workarounds here in Mexico. That's what we're famous for.
Yeah.
And tacos.
That and tacos.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna hang out here, have one more tequila. Anybody else want to say hi on camera before we sail off?
Jimmy, you want
Otherwise,
to come up here?
uh,
Come on up. Jimmy's always got a word to say.
Yeah, there is a
This
table
one here?
mic.
yeah.
Should I hold it or?
Just keep right there. I just thought.
All right, yeah. Yeah, well, first I'd just say, thanks to Ugly for pulling us together. And while a lot of people weren't able to make it, you're gonna really regret that you didn't make it. To hang out with these people, those that are Bitcoiners already know, but what a luxury to be able to hang out and spend so much time with these people and have such a quality, fun time. And really see some of these people get challenged on an off-road tour they weren't planning on doing. It really, I'm telling you, that was a real, wasn't it? Awesome ride.
Incredible.
So yeah, to be able to see people come down
And
here.
almost
and-
zero causalities also. I mean,
And to be able to experience it and yeah, we made the best of this. I mean, this was just an incredible event. Awesome. And it's hard to get people to come down here. I know it. I've been down here for 30 years. If you want to DM me and ask me questions about Mexico, I'm glad to offer any kind of information. But if you're believing their media that it's so dangerous and awful and whatnot, you're being led to, lies. I guarantee you, I wouldn't recommend people come down here if I really thought it was that unsafe. So I recommend you, take a look at Mexico, consider it in your plans, whether it's just for travel or next event. But thank you again, Ugly. It was awesome.
yeah,
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. Is this mic working? Maybe. Hold on. All right. We're gonna end the stream, guys. I really want to get all 4 of my mics working one of these days. I'm gonna turn this one off and I'm gonna turn this one off and we'll see if we have dead air. Always audio problems. You guys know how we do around here. All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Next week is not going to be this much fun for a while. Maybe at BitBlock Boom, some of the people here are going. So we're back to a regular schedule, even though I'll be traveling. Speaking of travel schedule, I will be in Miami. Miami is the next stop. You can go to tonevays.com. You can also check out some products. There's a free learn trading section, obviously a private Q&A. I didn't do any Q&A this past week. I will make up for that. We will do several this upcoming week, probably starting tomorrow. After that, you'll find me in Miami. This is my October schedule. In October, I am all over Dubai. Understanding Bitcoin is moving to be in the same venue as the WOW Summit. Those that buy tickets to Understanding Bitcoin will have access to the WOW Summit. It doesn't work the other way around because we only have room for 50 people, unfortunately. But we're going to have some awesome speakers and some really cool workshops. Check me out at other conferences, especially AIM Summit. AIM Summit is great. I look forward to that event every single year. Shout out to Raha, who organizes that event. I have nothing on the calendar in September. There probably will be stuff. I'm trying to go to Europe. If I'm allowed in or out, we will find out. Other than that, I am in Miami. Epic Talks, amazing event. It's an evening event. Please click the link to find out more. I am speaking there this Wednesday as I will be back in Miami. And then, of course, BitBlock Boom. Those that want to support, check out the on-demand videos. And, of course, the MRI indicator. All right, on this note, I'm going to end screen share. We're going to say goodbye from Baja, it's called Baja, California, right? Yeah, it's confusing, right? We are in Ensenada, but we are back on the road in a little bit. Thank you guys for watching, and see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.